Welcome to The Explainer. This is where we break down the biggest stories making headlines. So, what makes a cricket match truly unforgettable? Is it when you have two absolute titans, both undefeated, clashing for supremacy? Or is it that nail-biting finish that goes right down to the wire? Well, this week, we got both. Let's get right into it. All right, first up, we're heading over to the ICC Women's ODI World Cup for what was a truly monumental clash. Yeah, this was way more than just another match. This was a battle for pure supremacy between two of the most dominant teams in the game. I mean, think about it. Both sides walk onto the field with perfect, undefeated records in the tournament. They've already punched their tickets to the semifinals. So what's left to play for? Everything. Bragging rights, that crucial momentum, and of course, the top spot on the table. And if you look at the history between these two, it really tells a story. Australia has had a significant edge over England for a long time. We're talking nearly 90 meetings, and the Aussies have won more than twice as many. And when you look specifically at the World Cup, that dominance is even clearer. So you can see just what a massive challenge England was up against.
So the stage was absolutely set for an explosion. You've got this pitch in Indore, which is basically a batter's dream. Flat, true bounce, a real paradise. With two powerhouse lineups like these, everyone was expecting a high-scoring affair, a real run fest. And well, on that perfect track, it was Australia that once again showed why they're the team to beat. They comfortably chased down England's total, kept that perfect record intact, and locked up that top spot.
So while Australia was busy cementing their status as the top dog in the Women's World Cup, a completely different kind of drama was starting to unfold. Across the country, the men's teams from India and New Zealand were kicking off a new series. And let me tell you, this rivalry is famous for producing absolute thrillers. Just like in Indore, the pitch in Vadodara was also set up for some big scores. A nice flat deck, ball's gonna come onto the bat beautifully. But, and this is a big but, there was the dew factor to think about. You know, once those lights come on and the evening sets in, the dew makes it incredibly tough for the bowlers to grip the ball. So the team bowling second, they were going to be at a huge disadvantage. That made the coin toss absolutely critical. Now for this series, India brought back the big guns. We're talking about experienced stars like Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli returning to the squad, which adds some serious firepower. And on the other side, you had a younger New Zealand team, led by Michael Bracewell, really looking to prove themselves against one of the best teams in the world, on their home turf no less.
And that brings us to the first ODI in Vadodara, which, well, it turned into an absolute classic.
So, New Zealand was put into bat first, and they really put up a formidable total. They got off to a great start with a solid 117-run opening stand. But the real push came from the ever-dangerous Daryl Mitchell. Man, he was on fire, blasting 84 off just 70 balls. Even with a pretty tidy spell from Mohammad Siraj, the Kiwis managed to post a really challenging score of 300. And you can hear that fighting spirit in Mitchell's words after the innings. He knew they had to scrap and claw their way to that total, but he also knew that getting to 300 gave their bowlers a real shot. It put all the pressure right back on India. So India starts their chase, and for a long time it looked like they were just going to cruise to a comfortable win. The top order, led by an absolutely masterful innings from Virat Kohli, was in complete control. He fell just short of 100, making a brilliant 93. And with guys like Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer also chipping in, it really felt like the chase was a done deal. But cricket's a funny game, and things were about to take a turn. The second Kohli got out, the entire momentum of the game just flipped. All of a sudden, India loses Shreyas Iyer, then Ravindra Jadeja right after him, and just like that, a chase that looked like a walk in the park was on an absolute knife's edge. It was a full-on collapse, and it brought New Zealand roaring right back into the game. The pressure was just immense. It all came down to this: 12 runs needed from the last 12 balls. You can just imagine the crowd in Vadodara, every single person on the edge of their seat. It was a classic nail-biter.
And yeah, the commentary really captured that mood perfectly. You know, New Zealand had been just hanging on, but suddenly it felt like they were the favorites. You could practically feel the tension ratchet up with every single ball.
So with the whole match hanging in the balance, who steps up? It's Rahul and the young Harshit Rana. Rahul was the calm head in the middle of all that chaos, playing the anchor role perfectly. But it was Rana who delivered the killer blow. He smashed this incredible six that just shattered all the tension and put India right back in the driver's seat. What a way to guide them home to a fantastic win. And after the match, Rahul really hit the nail on the head, explaining why this rivalry is always so dramatic and unforgettable. He gave full credit to New Zealand for their fighting spirit, saying they just never ever give up.
And that's exactly what makes these games so darn exciting.
But believe me, the action is far from over. Let's take a quick look at what's coming up next on this tour.
So after that absolute thriller, we've got 2 more ODIs coming up in Rajkot and Indore. And then the focus shifts completely to the shorter format, a 5-match T20 series that's going to take them to 5 different cities. It's going to be a whirlwind.
So what's the big picture here? Well, this whole tour is basically the last chance for both of these teams to get everything just right before the T20 World Cup kicks off in February. Yeah, India drew first blood in the ODIs, but with a whole 5-match T20 series still left to play, it leaves us with one massive question. Who is going to grab that momentum and carry it into the biggest tournament of the year?